Let's move on to the next one. The next one we have is goal seek. What is goal seek actually? So I've just taken one example over here. What goal seek does is it's a tool which is going to help you, as the word indicates, seek a particular goal. You are setting a goal, and how do you go to that particular goal? How do you reach that particular goal? I've just taken one simple example over here. I'm trying to calculate the simple interest. And for calculating the simple interest, I require the principal, I require the rate and the time. So if you remember the formula, it's simple interest is PRT by 100. How do we write down the formula? That's one thing to be, I'm sure that all of you have learned it last year, but just in case you've forgotten, I must remind you, all the formulas in spreadsheet, whether we are talking about calc or we are talking about Excel, they all start with equal to sign. So they will start with the equal to sign. After they have started with the equal to sign, you have got to give the reference. What do you want to do? I want to multiply the value of this particular cell C6 with the value of C7 with the value of C8. After this, I want to divide it by 100. So this is going to be your formula. Fine, so you get the simple interest. But now my idea is that I should be able to get the simple interest. I want to earn simple interest, say about 4,000 rupees, double this amount, or say about 2,500 rupees. Then what should be my principal, or what should be the change in the rate, or for how long should I keep it? What should be the change in the time? So you want to make changes in the principal, in the rate, or in the time, so that you can get your target. Your target is of 2,500 rupees. Okay. Now let's see. Keep a cursor over here on which you have written the formula. Even if you keep it somewhere else, you can come back to this. So I'm just keeping my cursor over here on the formula, and then I go to tools. Then I go to goal seek to seek my goal, which is the formula cell. So earlier, if your cursor was somewhere else, now you could bring your cursor over here on this particular cell and tell him that the formula cell is this $C $9. Then what is your target value? The target value which I have is 2,500. So 2,500 is what I want to achieve. Which is your variable cell? Which cell you want to change? Which cell you want to vary? So I want to change my principal. In case I change my principal, so in case I want to change the principal, what changes I should make so that I can achieve my target? So I've selected my principal cell where I've got, and then I click on OK. So it gives me that goal seek successful. Insert result 31,250 into current cell. Click on yes, and it gives you 31,250. So it gives you 31,250. That should be your principal with the rate of 4% for a time period of 2 years, so that you can get the interest of 2,500. So that is goal seek. Let's take one more example. This time you don't want to say, for example, you've got 15,000 over here. So the interest which you're getting is 1,200. So if I'm going to change the principal, then a simple interest is going to automatically change. If I change the rate, then also the simple interest will change. If I'm keeping it for a long period of time, then also my simple interest will change. With goal seek, you can change only one variable at a time. Now, suppose you want to work with the rate and time, you will have to specify like that. So, say for example, I'm keeping my cursor over here, or you can keep anywhere you want. Then go to tools, then go to goal seek. Now specify the formula cell. By default, it is going to take the cell where your cursor is, but you have to specify that my formula is over here. So I've specified that my formula is over here. Then what is your target value? My target value is that I want to achieve 500 rupees as the simple interest. Then variable cell, which cell you want to vary? My principal amount is 2000. I cannot change that. I cannot invest more than that. But I can keep it for a longer period of time. Or I can invest at a place where I'm getting more interest. So what do you want to change? You want to change the rate or you want to change the time? I want to change the rate. I will invest at a place where I get more interest, more rate of interest. So I'm going to select the rate. Then I click on OK. So it's going to give me the idea that, okay, goal seek successful, insert result 5 into the current cell. So if you're going to invest at a place where you're getting 5% interest, your same amount, 2000 rupees kept for 5 years will give you your target of 500 rupees as the simple interest. Let's take another example. If I'm getting 500, if I'm getting principal is 2000 rupees and it has been invested for 2 years at a rate of 3%, and I'm getting the simple interest of 120. I want to earn 500 rupees as the simple interest. So I keep my cursor over here. I go to tools. I go to goal seek. Specify where the formula cell is. It is at this place. So I've clicked on that. What is the target I want? I want to earn 500 rupees as the simple interest. Which is the variable cell? Which cell you want to vary? Whether you want to vary your principal, rate or time. I cannot change my principal. I don't have more money to invest. I cannot change my rate because no one else is offering more than 3% of interest. But what I can change is the time period. So I can keep it for a longer period of time. So what I'm going to do is variable cell. I'm going to click on time and change that. So if you are going to keep this principal 2000 rupees at a rate of 3 for a period of 8.3 years, you will be able to earn 500 rupees. Okay. So you can apply goal seek for solving your problems, for achieving your target. Let's move on to solver. Solver is the next topic which we have. So goal seek we have done. Now let's move on to the solver. Solver, what it does is, in contrast to goal seek, where I was allowed to change only one variable, solver allows you to change more than one variable. But solver works more on assumption. Like, it doesn't give you the exact figure. It gives you the assumption that, okay, it will be somewhere around this. Fine. So with the solver, for example, I've taken marks over here. I've got English 56, Hindi I've got 67, Maths I haven't got the marks as yet, Science I haven't got the marks as yet, Social Science is this much, and then I've calculated the percentage. So how do we calculate the percentage? You just have to calculate the total of all this divided by the number of subjects, or you can use a function which is already available with your calc. So I'm just going to make use of the average function which I've got over here. So average bracket, and you specify the range over here. You close this bracket and press enter. So it gives you the percentage, that is 35.2. Keep your cursor over here, then go to tools and then go to solver. Now, which is the target cell? The target cell is this. This is where I want to make the changes. Okay. Optimize results to, if you want a maximum to this or minimum to this or a fixed value, I want to have I'm expecting that I will be getting somewhere around 80. So I can specify 80 as the fixed value. But if you are thinking that 80 may not be the fixed value, you are expecting your results to be maximum 80%. So you can say maximum 80%. Or you are expecting that minimum it should be 60%. So you can say minimum 60%. You can specify like this, right? I'm saying that my result should be somewhere around 60%. So value is 60. By changing cells, which cells you have to change? If it is only one cell, you specify only one cell. If there are more than one cells, you select all those cells which you have to use it for changing. So I've selected 2 cells over here. Then I leave it. Then limit conditions. What are the conditions you want to limit? See, what will happen is, this is working on assumption. So it may not give you exactly the same. So you can specify the limiting conditions over here. Say, for example, this particular cell should be less than 50. It should not go beyond 50. I want to change this particular cell and keep it less than 50. And I want to change this particular cell and keep it less than 50. Now let's solve. Click on solve. And this is the result which you're getting. The result which you're getting is, in maths, if you get 50, you will be able to achieve that. In science, if you get 74, you will be able to achieve your target of 60%. Okay, so since you have kept it target 60%, if you're going to get less than 50, you will not be able to achieve your target. So it is suggesting that you should get 74. So setting up multiple sheets, creating reference to other sheets by using keyboard and mouse. So if I look at this particular, by default, if I'm starting a new sheet over here, by default, if you see, always your calc workbook, this is called as a workbook. It's a book. Why it is called as a book? Because it has got number of pages inside it. You know, this is a book which you've got, and the book has got number of pages inside it. So in the same way, this is called as a workbook, and each book has got number of pages inside it. So how many sheets can you insert? By default, there are 3 sheets. If you want to insert more than 3 sheets, you can insert. You can just click on this blank area which you see over here, next to sheet 1, 2, 3. Click on this and it will open up this insert sheet window for you. Where do you want to insert? Before current sheet or after current sheet? I want to insert it after the current sheet. What is the name you want to give to this? I want to give the name as extra 1. How many sheets you want to insert? If you want to insert more than 1 sheet, you can specify that over here. And then click on. So what I want is that I can just click on this and then I can just drag it and then take it wherever I want. And if I want it after this extra sheet, after the sheet 3, just select that. Keep your cursor over here, okay? Because that becomes the current sheet. Because the option which you're going to get is before the current sheet or after the current sheet. So I've kept sheet 3 as the current sheet. Now I click on this and then I insert it. So where do you want, before or after? You can decide that. Now this is sheet number 5 by default, but suppose I want to insert 3 sheets at a time, or I want to insert 5 sheets at a time. So I can just specify the number over here and click on OK. So it will insert 5 sheets over here. Now, what is the maximum number of sheets we can insert? And the other way of inserting is, you can just right click on this, right click on any of the sheet, and then click on insert sheet. It will open the same dialog box for you. The third method is by going to insert and then going to sheet, and then you will get the same thing.